Hi everybody. I don't know if I'm looking right at you because I'm trying to figure out where the camera is, but I just got home and as you saw, I am changing the spark plugs on my F-150. I was driving to work today and my F-150 started shaking like really, really bad. I was on the freeway and I was actually late this morning by 20 minutes because I had to keep stopping. Now we all are bad. We see the check engine light on and we don't do what we supposed to do, as far as like taking it to the shop and getting it fixed or finding out what the problem is. I'm guilty of that. Let me be the first one to say I am very guilty with that. But today, that guilt and me not doing what I'm supposed to do caught up with me. Like I said, as I was driving to work, I got on the freeway on I-85, and then when I got on that freeway, that engine started shaking real bad, and I couldn't go no further than like 35 miles an hour, and the speedometer, of course, the speedometer dropped. The engine was shaking. I had traffic behind me, and the check engine light just kept flashing and flashing and flashing. So called my boss, told her, look, I'm running a bit behind because, my truck is doing some crazy mess right here. And I, kind of recorded what it was doing because I wanted to be sure that I knew that I was doing the right thing, that it wasn't nothing that I was missing. So anyway, so what I did was got off the freeway and took the streets all the way home. All the way to the job. Parked the truck, and I was like, okay, maybe it was just hot, and hopefully it'll, change by the time I get back to work. Yeah, right. Got off work today, and that truck was like, we're gonna continue on where we left off. Truck shaking, like crazy, and I'm driving. So I just said, forget it. I'm not getting on the freeway. I took the streets all the way home, and I kept pulling over when I could just to let other cars pass me by. And, of course, I did a self-diagnosis, and one of the self-diagnoses of the truck shaking the way it is, they said it's the spark plugs. So went to O'Reilly today and asked O'Reilly, the guy at O'Reilly, to put my car on his little check to see what it is. And he said, is your engine running kind of rough? I said, yeah, it's running really bad. And he said, well, yeah, because all your spark plugs are bad. I was like, okay, no problem. So I bought 6 spark plugs. He's like, you got somebody that's going to do them? I said, yeah, me. He looked at me like, you don't look like you get under the hood of a car. I was like, yes, I do. I said, I'm going to get under the hood of this car today. I said, because I'm not paying no $300 for somebody to do what I can do for myself. That's one thing, ladies and gentlemen. The mechanic's probably gonna be mad at me, but it's a lot of things that I do for myself because I know I can do it, and I just do it. I get under the hood, I do what I gotta do, and then that's it. It's done deal. So and if I mess it up, there's no one else to blame but me. So anyway, got the 6 spark plugs, and now you see me where I am now. I am at my house. I already got 2 spark plugs done. I got 5 more to go. Now let me put this disclaimer out there. I am not a professional. Okay, I'm one of the girliest girls you can ever find in the world. Okay, just one of those girls that just likes to do her own thing. My parents knew me for taking things apart when I was younger and putting it back together again because that was just things that I liked to do. And I still enjoy that. Now that I've advanced into adulthood, I enjoy taking my car apart and putting it back together again. I've done so much on this on this truck and other cars I've had in the past, my Volkswagen, my Mercedes. I think I did it as well to my, something's itching my head. I think I did a little bit on my Lexus, but I didn't do too much to it because the kids were getting older and I already traded that in, and I was just, I just didn't want to chance it with the kids being as young as they were with me, going out there experimenting with getting under the hood of my car. So, yeah, as I was saying, so now I am getting ready to get under the hood of my F-150. I've already got 2 spark plugs done, and I'm trying to get it done before I go to work tomorrow, because of course I don't want to be waiting for somebody to come pick me up tomorrow, or having to use an Uber driver to drop me off at work after I drop this truck off at the shop. So I'm trying to see everything that I could do right now, get it done, so that if I need anything, I can call somebody over here to bring it to me, or I could go to the store and drive myself. And like I said, I'm sorry, I don't know where the camera is, because this camera is like long ways, so I don't know if I'm looking. I guess I'm looking right at you now, but well, anyway, let me show y'all what I got done. Oh, and again, I am not a professional. No ways. I'm not a professional. I'm only a professional at what I do to my vehicles. So don't take everything that I say as gold. That's just a disclaimer. I don't have any mechanic skills whatsoever. If you ask me about makeup, if you ask me about pocketbooks and shoes, yes, I can tell you about that. But this here, this is one of those, you get on YouTube, you find out what everybody's doing, you figure it out yourself, and then you just go do it. So I'm just sharing with you guys. So these are the spark plugs, the 2 spark plugs that I pulled. And you can see how nasty, let's see, nasty and dirty it is. This is 2 of them that I pulled out. They're just so yucky and gucky, and let me show you the difference between the old one and the new one. I had already put 1 spark plug, well, 2 spark plugs in, but I'm gonna show you another spark plug that I have already, that I've changed. Wait for my neighbor to come over here. He usually see me out here working, he'll come over. So here's the new spark plug. I only use Motorcraft for Ford. I only use Motorcraft. Don't use anything else, because they will tear your engine up. That's what they say on YouTube. But so look at the difference between the new one and the used one. You see that? Yucky. So this is the one that was in there, and this is the new one that I'm installing. So like I said, I got 4 more spark plugs to go, and this is just 2 of 4, and I only got so much daylight left. But I'm gonna put this back in here, and I'm gonna put my gloves on. I know some of y'all got on me last time about me not having my gloves on, so I'm gonna put my gloves on today. And let me see if I can make sure that this camera is angled right so that you guys can see me work. Can y'all see me? I hope you can. Okay. So of course I took this off my engine, but the only way you can take this off your engine, which is the cover that shows what it is, a 3.5 V6, is if you pull off the oil cap. So I had to pull the oil cap off first, and then pull this cover off in order to expose the spark plugs that I'm pulling out. Now I'm gonna give y'all a close-up of what the spark plug, where the spark plugs are. So of course, when I pulled the spark plugs out, I mean, not the spark plugs, when I pulled the cover off, this was over the spark plug in the back, and I believe it served as a bumper to keep it off of the engine, because that plastic, I guess it would burn, but this was like a buffer in between one of the coils and the hood that I just showed you guys. So let me show you guys what I'm working with. So as you see, I am under the hood. So I've already done this spark plug. You can't see it too well, but when I get to this side, you'll be able to see it very well. I changed that spark plug, which is spark plug number 2. And the last spark plug is the one way back in the back. This spark plug and this spark plug right here is gonna be my nightmare, because they're, as you can see, they're so far in the back. And I've already heard horror stories about people having to tear their engine apart to do it. I'm not doing that. I'm not tearing apart anything. I'm just gonna fix it and put it together. So anyway, as I was saying, so I'm getting ready to go on the back here and try to get this one out. You guys really can't see too well. You're not gonna be able to see too well what I do because of the simple fact that I can't angle this camera, hold the camera up, and put you all in there. I wish I could, but there's no way I could do it. I don't know how to do it. So, just stay tuned. I guess you get to watch me work. And if someone comes on and starts talking, I'll reply. I'll try. I mean, I can see a little bit. So let's get to work. I'm going to angle this so you guys can kind of see me under the hood. Okay? So the tools that I have is a socket wrench, an extension, and I don't know what this little thing is, but I guess it's to remove the spark plug. And this is to get back in the back. This is a 5/8 or 16 millimeter socket to get the spark plug out. Now, the first two spark plugs I was able to get out with this thing here. You see it has the little bending point to pull it out. I was able to get it in there, twist it out, and then pull it out. And this in here is magnetic, so that was easy. But because this thing is so long, I can't get back in the back like I want to. So now I'm using a smaller socket, and I hope this will work. So let me put my gloves on. And keep in mind, all these are already pre-gapped, so I don't have to gap anything. And I hope you guys can hear me. I don't have to gap anything. Everything's pre-gapped and oiled. I'm just hoping that once I'm done, I'll be able to drive my truck the way it needs to be driven, instead of driving like someone that's, you know, driving like someone that don't know how to drive, really slow, shaking all over the place. Lord, I tell you. And now if this truck had hydraulics, then it would be fine. It could shake, rattle, roll, do whatever it wants to, but that ain't nothing I paid for. I mean, you know, this thing shaking like crazy on the freeway. God, that was so embarrassing. Right. Okay, so I am gloved down, y'all. Gloved down, and let's go ahead and go. So of course, I had already pulled out the last one back here. So I actually decided to get, can you see me? I actually decided to get this because, go and get my gloves and get my camera, because I wanted to, bring y'all on board to watch me. If I mess it up, y'all all get to witness it. So it's something we all mess up on, okay? And then maybe the professionals out there can tell me where I went wrong. But right now, I ain't no professional, and we just gonna do what we gotta do. So I already pulled out that. Now this is a coil. This actually sits on top of the spark plug, and it provides the fire to the spark plug to get the engine to work. But I had to pull this off. Now I'm getting ready to put in the spark plug. Now you guys can see my son is fleeting, so I gotta work kind of fast here. But I want to make sure it's at least done right, because if not, I'll be out here in the morning before I go to work. Putting in spark plugs, which is something I don't want to do, because anything could go wrong, you know. And I want to make sure I have enough time to adjust to any problems that may arise. But you know, it is what it is. So in here is magnetized, so you just stick. Okay, so I believe you stick this side in here like that, and it's magnetized, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. Yeah, you get down in there. Now, like I said, I can't get y'all closer. I'm just gonna stick this in there, and hopefully, or maybe if I just pull this out, drop it down in there. Yeah, that's probably gonna be bad. Well, we're gonna drop it down in there. Because like I said, I don't have much space to work with this thing being in the back. Which I was already told that it would be very difficult to do. Of course, the dogs are barking at me. It gotta work. I'm still here. Just trying to figure out. Get this thing in there, Lord Jesus. I know it's a gorgeous day out today. Everybody should have been out enjoying their lives, and I mean, trust and believe I would be if I wouldn't be in this doggone truck. But you know, do what you gotta do. I hear people talking. Let's see. So, try to get this thing in here. Make sure I'm doing this right. There. So this goes here. I'm still out here working. And it's hot. Lord, it's hot. But, and I tried to get the car from my daughter, but she, as usual, I gotta do this, and I need to go for that, and I gotta go here. Boy, teenagers always got excuses, don't they? You let them borrow stuff and try to get it back. You're right. Let's see. I'm gonna try to lower the extension. Push this down. Now, I don't have. One of my biggest fears is dropping this tool down in here. Lord, if I drop this tool in this engine, that has always been one of my fears. And remember what I told y'all, this back is very difficult. It's so hard to get the back. I could change the first two on both sides. When it gets to this back, I just twist and twist and twist until I can feel it tighten a little bit. It's the hang whatsoever. I'm sticking the extension in, maybe to give me a little bit more time, because I don't have much. I'm sweating and it's hot. Oh, damn food. I know it's wrong. You can't pull out a spark plug if the spark plug is still in there. I'm learning. So we're gonna go between these and push this thing down in there. There it is. Yeah. Now keep in mind, like I told y'all, this is the back. And well, that was simple. So I got it unscrewed. I am unscrewing this here. It's Friday night, and I should be at Middle C Jazz, and I'm out here working. It's okay. But this is what I choose to do. Save money. I'm gonna be out here when the sun go down. Yeah, I'm all up in here, y'all. Crazy. But I did let my engine cool down because it was kind of hot. Ooh, sweat in my eye now. I'm still working on this last one back here. And I still got to close Hey, Courtney. Hey. How you doing?
I'm good. I gotta get ready.
How was the concert?
Huh? I didn't enjoy it. I gotta get ready for the concert.
Oh. My daughter bringing some Kool-Aid out, but of course she not. Okay, so I give up. I'm gonna call my neighbor over here. Huh? My daughter just got home. Hey, Rodney. Hey, I have a question for you. Do you have my socket done fell into the spark plug? It's like, and I'm trying to do a spark plug change on my truck because it was shaking real bad, and the little socket got caught up on the spark plug, and it's still in the engine. I can't get it out. Do you have a magnet or something? Oh, you are? Okay. I'll just keep trying. I'll keep trying. I don't know. Nope. I don't see his truck. It's cute. No.
And I'm gonna get ready.
Is that what I would use to pull it out? Yeah, that's what I have, but this when I got to the back ones is the ones that's very difficult. Yeah, that's the ones that I'm on right now, and that's the one where the little socket fell off of the extender or the extension. Uh-huh. Darn it. Okay. Dang. Okay. Okay. So, do you think if they'll sell it at O'Reilly, right? The magnet. Yeah, I mean that's what I have. That I do have that. It's got a power torque, right? The one with the little hand, and it's long, but I need it to bend a little bit more closer, not at the end, but closer towards the middle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I needed. Okay, let me go get that little magnet to get, and this will work with pulling out the millimeter, right? That thing. Yeah, the socket. It'll work. The magnet will pull out the socket. Okay. Well, let me go get that then. All right. No, it's all good. Courtney. Oh, it's okay. Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna just go ahead and go get that while Courtney just got here, so I'm gonna take the car and go do that right quick. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. So, right now, so what happened is the extension fell off in the engine, so I have to go get a magnet to pull it out before they close, and then see if they got an extension so that I could go in there and pull this thing out, because this is just a dang on nightmare right now. So this is part one. I'll get back with y'all when I come back. All right.